Good afternoon, friends. Welcome back to the Physics online class. The last time we have discussed about the meter bridge and its application in the form of numerical, and also gave the one numerical for homework. Hope everybody has done it. But still, if anybody faces any difficulty, we are here to solve it. So let's start. In a meter bridge, the null point found to be at 40 centimeter from A means this is a structure where R and S are connected with the meter bridge, and we got the null point at 40 centimeter from A. So according to meter bridge formula, R upon S is equal to L upon 100 minus L means 40 upon 60, 2 by 3. R by S is equal to 2 by 3. It was very simple, but still. Now question is, if a resistance of 12 ohm is connected in parallel with S, if we connect a resistance of 12 ohm in parallel with S, the null point shifts to B. Null point is at 50 centimeter. At 50 centimeter from A. That means now we are having R upon this combination. Say R equivalent is equal to 50 upon 50 means equal to 1. And what is the R equivalent then? R equivalent is parallel combination of R and S. R equivalent is equal to 12S upon 12 plus S. We can directly write it like this, or we can solve it 1 by S plus 1 by 12 is equal to 1 by R equivalent. By solving it, we will get this one. Substituting the value, R upon 12 S upon 12 plus S is equal to 1, or we can take this 12 plus S with R, 12 plus S upon S 12 is equal to 1. Now R upon S, we already have 2 by 3. So substituting this value here, what we are left with? 2 by 3 and 12 plus S upon 12 is equal to 1. Solving it, we will get S. What is that? 12 plus S upon 18 is equal to 1. 12 plus S is equal to 18, and S is equal to 18 minus 12, that is 6 ohm. So value of S is equal to 6 ohm. Substituting this value here in this relation, R upon 6 is equal to 2 by 3. So R is equal to 4 ohm. So S is equal to 3 ohm and 6 ohm, and R was 4 ohm. These were the values of the R and S. So the numerical based on meter bridge are very simple if we just remember the relation R upon S is equal to L upon 100 minus L. That means resistance over here upon resistance over here is equal to length whatever we are getting and what is remaining length. So what may be the value here? Series combination, parallel combination, 1 resistance, 2 resistance, 3 resistance. We can also find term of L also. In your NCRT, you will observe this same problem in general terms, R, S, L1, L2 like that. So in that form you can also calculate. So this was all about the meter bridge. Our today's topic is potentiometer. First, the name suggests what is potentiometer. Potential for potential and meter for measuring instrument. Potentiometer means potential measuring instrument. So potentiometer is a device which is used to measure the potential difference. तो डियर फ्रेंड्स, आपको याद होगा हम पोटेंशियल मेजर करने के लिए किसी और डिवाइस का नाम यूज करते थे, दैट मींस वोल्ट मीटर। अगर आपसे कोई पूछता था डिफाइन वोल्ट मीटर, वोल्ट मीटर क्या होता है? विच इज यूज्ड टू मेजर द पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस बिटवीन टू टर्मिनल्स। एंड व्हाट इज पोटेंशियोमीटर? द सेम थिंग, used to measure the potential difference between the two terminals. So what is the difference between these two then? हम इसको क्यों यूज करें या इसको क्यों यूज करें? Why we prefer this or why we prefer this? Because both are doing the same purpose, measuring potential difference, and this also measuring potential difference. Different. Potentiometer measure the potential difference more accurately as compared to voltmeter. If we want accuracy, then we will prefer potentiometer. But the setup is time taking. The setup of the potentiometer means we have a potentiometer, we have to apply the connections, driving cell, then the cell whose potential difference to be measured, then calculation, we will find a null point, then calculation, and then we will come out to the result that potential difference is this much volt. Voltmeter just took its terminals, attach the terminals, and we will get the value. Needle will deflect and give the value this much volt, 3 volt, 4 volt. So it gives the measurement immediately. Required no setting, no setup is required. Just take the voltmeter, smaller this much size device we have seen in the laboratory also. Voltmeter, ammeter, galvanometer, same size, this much meter. We pick up and just connect the terminals where potential difference to be measured and give the result. Potentiometer, large size instrument, few meter long, and then require connections, setting, setup, and then calculation also, and then it will give the result. So normal life where we can compromise with the accuracy. Somebody gave me a cell and asked what is the potential difference and what is the EMF of this cell, what is the potential of this cell. I took the cell, took the voltmeter and told the reading. This is the value of its potential. It is 1.5 volt, it is 1.3 volt, it is 1.2 volt. We usually prepare cells in the laboratory like Lenchi cell, Daniel cell, and then find its potential, voltage, EMF, and we use voltmeter to give the instant result. But where we require accuracy, where our results will affect the other calculations and hence lead to wrong discoveries or results, there we use then potentiometer. So what is the difference between those two now? It gives a result with accuracy but time consuming. It gives the result with less accuracy but gives the result instantly. So now come to back topic. Potentiometer, it is a device which is used to measure the potential difference with more accuracy, as it is also based on null deflection method. Means we have to find the null point where the galvanometer shows zero deflection. That means null deflection means no current is flowing in the circuit. Means that time no current is drawn from the cell, and when no current is drawn from the cell, it gives the value of the EMF. So it is used to measure the EMF. Whereas voltmeter, that draws some current. Ideal voltmeter होने के लिए resistance should be infinite so that it draws no current. But infinite resistance cannot be constructed. Practically impossible. Hence, we use very large resistance. Still, large means it will draw some of the current, and when it will draw some of the current, we will not have EMF, but we have a voltage. That means V is equal to E minus IR. This is the potential which dropped because of the internal resistance of the cell, and we do not get the accurate value. So dear friends, what is potentiometer now? You everybody know, a device which is used to measure the potential difference with more accuracy, as it is based on the non-deflection method and do not draw any current. So what are the applications where we can use it? Applications. First, in your NCERT you will observe two applications, but as its definition suggests, one application is included here only, measuring the potential difference. So first one, it is used to measure EMF of any cell. Second, it is used to compare the EMF of two cells. And third one, it is used to find the internal resistance of any cell. So these are the three applications which mainly we will deal with the potentiometer. Let's see its construction or circuit diagram. Dear friend, construction means it is used to measure potential difference with no deflection. That means we are having a long wire, as there was in meter piece. So it consists of a long wire of few meter long, say 4 to 10 meters, having uniform cross-sectional area and uniform density, uniform material, uniformity throughout the wire. And the wire is of a high resistive material, so that has least dependence on temperature. So what is it? Consists of a few meter long wire having uniform cross-sectional area and resistivity. The free ends, say A and B, are connected to the battery, also known as driving cell or driving battery, such that there is a potential drop over the whole length. See what happens. Say it is at 0 having potential, say V. This battery have potential V. So this point is at 0 potential and this point will be at V potential if this is at 0 and this is at V. So the wire has total 0 to V potential drop across it. We know that V is equal to I R. If R is the length of the wire, then potential drop across this wire is current flowing through it into resistance. Also V is equal to I. To R we can also write rho L upon A. Here V is equal to I, rho and A. L. This I, rho and A are constants, so we can combine them under single term, phi say L. So what we observe? We observe that the potential drop across this wire is directly proportional to the length. That means if I say total potential is V, what is the potential up to half of the length? Then it will be V by 2. How it is V by 2? Because we said V is proportional to phi L, and up to here V is equal to phi L by 2. So V is equal to, what is phi L? Phi L was V, so it's V by 2. So what we observe that the potential drop across the length of the wire is directly proportional to L. Dear friends, this statement V is proportional to L makes its principle. This is the principle only. This term, this V proportional to L, is the principle of the potentiometer. What is principle then? You can write down. When a constant current flows through a wire of uniform cross-sectional area and density, then potential drop across the wire is directly proportional to length of the wire. That is, V is proportional to L. V is equal to phi L, where phi is the constant of proportionality and is known as phi is equal to V upon L. That means potential gradient, where phi is the constant of proportionality, is known as potential gradient. So this is the way we can find the first application, EMF of any cell. Let's see, check it how. Say this is a long wire and this is the driving cell having potential V. Say this is at 0 potential and this is the point at V potential, and this is the cell whose potential is to be find out, whose EMF is to be find out, say E. So what is first driving cell? Now connected the cell through galvanometer and we find the null point. Say L is the length for null point. So what will then E? E will be equal to phi L, where phi is the potential gradient. अब phi कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? Phi is equal to E is equal to, if total length is L dash, then E is equal to V upon L dash. Phi is equal to V upon L, total length, into L. So this is the way we can find the EMF of any cell. न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यूज लेके करें तो मान लीजिए ये है 12 वोल्ट की बैटरी और ये हमारे पास है 100 सेंटीमीटर की वायर, यानी कि 1 मीटर लॉन्ग, से 1 मीटर लॉन्ग वायर, और बैलेंस पॉइंट मिला हमें 0.4 सेंटीमीटर पे. So what is the value of EMF? So EMF E is equal to 12 upon 1, 12 upon 1 into 0.4. E is equal to 12 into 4 by 10, 4.8. So the EMF of the cell is 4.8 volt. Quite easy. So in this way we can find the potential of any cell. The second application, compare the EMF. Dear friend, this topic is very important according to the board examination point of view. If we check the board examination point of view, then either of the application, compare the EMF or find the internal resistance, or the numerical based on it must appear in the board exam. So don't ignore it. Now next is second application, say compare the EMF of two cell using potentiometer. So dear friend, first of all draw the structure. Let's say this is the 4 meter long wire potentiometer. Now 4 meter means 1 meter is this much long, then 4 meter it will be quite long to handle. So what we did, or what is the way to make it smaller? Instead of taking 4 meter continuous wire, we have to 1 meter long 4 wires and then connected them with strips. So length becomes a total 4 meter, and then a scale is connected here. So 0 to 100, 100 to 200, 200 to 300, 300 to 400 centimeters. So this way we have made it a little compact, a 1 meter long arrangement. Then let's say A terminal and let's say B terminal, and is connected with driving cell. Here at B, say dear friends, one thing keep in mind, if negative terminal of the driving cell is at B and we are connecting at B only all the cells, then the negative terminal of all cells must be at B. उल्टा नहीं लगा देना है, सेम टर्मिनल एक पॉइंट पे आने चाहिए, so that everybody's zero will be here. For every battery or cell, zero will be here only. That doesn't make it negative. You can also connect in the positive also. Same way, you can connect here also. It's the first cell and it's the second cell. But all positive at the same point. So it doesn't matter where you are connecting, but matter करता है कि सारे सेम टर्मिनल एक पॉइंट पे होने चाहिए. Then galvanometer and then jockey. Say K1, K2. So dear friend, this is the circuit diagram for, वैसे ही जैसा वो था सिंगल वायर के लिए, A, B and then galvanometer and jockey. See, same diagram is there, just we have shown that it is a 4 meter long wire. What is the practical available instrument available in the laboratory? If you will go to school and check in your labs, this lab, you will observe this type of instrument, not this type, but it's the same thing. Both are same thing. Just what happened, it's a 4 meter long wire we have used, and we can't say handle the 4 meter long instrument which can be made compact. So that's why to make it compact in the size of 1 meter only, the structure is little bit changed. Now come to point, what we are going to do? We are going to compare the EMF of two cells. Say this is the cell 1 having EMF E, this is cell 2 having EMF E2. Now close the key K1 and find the null point. You will observe a valence point, say at length L1. Close the key K1 and find the null point. Let L1 be the length for which galvanometer shows zero deflection. then our E1 will be equal to phi L1, where phi is the potential gradient of the potentiometer. Now open the key K1 and close the key K2. Again find a null point. Say L2 is the balance point, then E2 will be equal to phi L2. Dividing 1 and 2, E1 by E2 is equal to phi L1 by phi L2. Phi cancel with phi 1, phi E1 by E2 is equal to L1 by L2. E1 by E2, we don't know E1, we don't know E2, but we know L1 and we know L2. So when L1 and L2's values are there, solving them, we will get their ratio, and hence we can compare them. So this is the way we can compare the EMF of two cells using potentiometer. So it's quite easy. What we did, we just make a circuit diagram and said that when key K1 is closed, find the balance point, let L1 be the balance point for E1, then E1 is equal to phi L1. Now open the K1 and close the K2. Again find the balance point, let L2 be the balance length for E2, then E2 will be equal to phi L2. Dividing 1 by 2, we got E1 by E2 is equal to L1 by L2, and hence compared. So the same structure is a little bit same, only slight differences are there. See the third application. What is third application? In starting we have said to find the internal resistance of the cell. To find the internal resistance of the cell. Find internal resistance of cell using potentiometer. See, now we are having one cell whose internal resistance to be find out. So what we do? Same structure, just we have made a little change because we need internal resistance, and for internal resistance we have to draw some current from the cell. E is equal to V plus IR, where R is the internal resistance. ये तभी पॉसिबल है जब I होगा, अगर सर्किट में I नहीं होगा तो ये पॉसिबल कैसे आएगा? सो इस सेल में से कुछ ना कुछ I ड्रॉ करेंगे तो हमें क्या मिलेगा? इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस का एक्सप्रेशन बन पाएगा. अगर हम इसमें से I ड्रॉ नहीं करते हैं, करंट नहीं लेते हैं, तो ये E रहेगा, और जब तक ये E है तब तक R स्मॉल r की वैल्यू E is equal to V plus IR. जब तक ये जीरो है तब तक E is equal to V रहेगा, और V रहने से क्या होगा? स्मॉल r इररिलेवेंट हो जाएगा, कोई फॉर्मूले में नहीं आएगा, उसके एग्जिस्टेंस होने के बावजूद वो अपीयर नहीं होगा. R अपीयर तभी होगा जब कोई करंट फ्लो करना शुरू करेगा, और रेजिस्टेंस का वजूद तभी आएगा जब करंट फ्लो कर रहा होगा. करंट ही नहीं है, ऑब्स्टेकल रेस जो होती है वो ऑब्स्टेकल का वजूद तब तक अगर रेस है, तो अगर रेस ही नहीं हो रही तो ऑब्स्टेकल का क्या वजूद? किसी ने जंप करना है, हाई जंप लेना है, तो रोड लगा दिया, तो कितना भी हाई क्यों ना लगाता रहे, वो क्रॉसेबल तभी होगा अगर कोई उसको क्रॉस करेगा. अगर क्रॉस करने वाला ही नहीं है, नो वन इज गोइंग टू टेक अ हाई जंप, then what is the value of this pole and the bar? So same way, to find the internal resistance, the thing is that we have to start the current I. We need this I current, and for current we have to use the resistance current, that means external draw, external resistance. So what we do? We connect a resistance box, that means a suitable resistance here. So K1, K2, rest is same. Now see, when K1 is closed and K2 is open, working. When K1 is closed, K2 is open, and let L1 be the balance length, then E1 will be equal to phi L1. When only K1 is closed, we are getting E is equal to phi L1. Close the key K2 also. What will happen? A current start flowing through this circuit also. this resistance will start drawing the current from the cell. Now again find the balance point. Now what will happen? Because some current is drawn here, and hence the overall potential will decrease and the null point will show less length, smaller length. Say V. Now to it, not I will say E, but we say V. E was pi L1. Now what we are getting? We are not getting E, we are getting V. V is equal to phi L2 if L2 is the balance length with both keys closed. For K1 close only, we have L1. When both the keys close, we got L2 balance length. Then V is equal to phi L2. Dividing 1 by 2, what we got? E upon V is equal to L1 by L2. We know that E is equal to V plus IR. See, now small r is there in the formula. Upon V is equal to L1 by L2. So V is the potential drop across the resistance box. Say R is the resistance. If R is the resistance in the resistance box, then I R plus I small r upon I R is equal to L1 by L2. Taking I common and cancelling out, R plus R upon R is equal to L1 by L2. This 1 plus R upon R is equal to L1 by L2. Now R upon capital R is equal to L1 by L2 minus 1, and then from here small r is equal to capital R L1 by L2 minus 1. This is the way we can find the internal resistance also. So starting was same, just a difference that earlier we were using two cells of different EMF E1 and E2. This time we are using the same cell in different way, one for E and other for V. So different. This was all about the applications of the potentiometer. One more term is there, sensitivity. उससे पहले सेंसिटिविटी डिस्कस करने से पहले हम इन्हीं पे बेस्ड एक तो न्यूमेरिकल डिस्कस कर लेते हैं, देन वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द सेंसिटिविटी. Let's start. See here only in the same diagram. You can see the diagram in the books in the different ways. With single wire only, we can use this wire also, this way also. Diagram has no difference. So we have a go on. The question is we have a long wire, potentiometer wire say AB, A and B. Two cells say E1 and E2 are connected in such a way. First E1, E2, and we got balance point at a long uniform. Let me write the statement. So what is a long uniform potentiometer wire AB having constant potential gradient, K is constant. The null point for two primary cell E1 and E2 connected in the manner shown. एक बार उल्टे लगाए हैं, एक बार सीधे लगाए हैं, opposite to each other in the same direction. Is 120 centimeter and 300. When they are connected in this manner, it is 120 centimeter. When connected in this manner, it is 300 centimeter. And then question is asked, find E1 by E2 and balance length for E1. So dear friends, let's start. First, when it is connected in this manner in the opposite sense, what is E1 minus E2 is equal to phi say L1 120 centimeter. Similar way, E1 when this case is there, E1 plus E2 is equal to 305. So इसको भी हम 125 लिख लेते हैं. So from here, adding both 2E1, this will cancel out. This is 425. So E1 is equal to 210 phi. Substituting this value in the first equation, we got E2 is equal to in the second equation, E2 is equal to 300 minus 210, it's 95. We got in the term of 5. Now, first question, find E1 by E2. So, E1 by E2 will be equal to 210 phi upon 95. 5 cancel with 5, 0 cancel with 0. So, E1 by E2 is equal to 3 7s are 21, 3 3s are 9, 7 upon 3. So this is the answer of the first part. Same way, second part, balance length for E1. Second part, we know that E1 is equal to phi L1. So L1 will be equal to E1 by phi. What is E1 now? E1 is 210 phi. 210 phi upon phi. Phi cancel with phi. So L1 is equal to 210 centimeter. So this is the answer of the second part. This is the way we can solve such problems. Very easy problems. Just we have to keep in mind the balance point where we got. That means if it is phi, if it is the EMF, then E is equal to phi L1. If it is V, V is equal to phi L. If combination, then some or difference whatever be there is equal to phi L. The single relation expressed in the multiple way. जिस तरह का हमारा सिचुएशन होगा वैसे लिख देंगे. सिंगल सेल होगा तो फाई ई, दो सेल है तो सेम डायरेक्शन में है तो प्लस, ऑपोजिट सेंस में है तो माइनस. इस तरह से हम लोग इसको सॉल्व करेंगे. नाउ अनदर एग्जांपल फॉर होमवर्क. So dear friend, the second problem is, this is for your homework. A potentiometer wire of length 100 cm, 100 cm long wire है potentiometer की, and it is connected in series with a resistance R and a 2-volt battery or cell say having negligible resistance. It is connected in series with a resistance and a battery of EMF 2 volt and negligible resistance. A cell of 10 millivolt is balanced against the length of 40 centimeter. What is the value of R? We have to find the value of R. Dear friend, V हमारे पास है, इसकी रेजिस्टेंस हमारे पास है 10 ओम. R हमें फाइंड करना है. अगर हमारे पास I हो जाए, V is equal to IR का फॉर्मूला लगाएं तो R plus 10 into I is equal to 2. So अगर हमारे पास I आ जाए, then this question becomes very easy to calculate. R we can calculate very easily. So our task is to find the I. So let's see how you will find. Please answer in the comment section the value of R you got and the value of I you find out. So after this is your homework question. I hope everybody will reply it in the comment section. The last topic we are going to discuss is sensitivity. Sensitivity of a potentiometer. Dear friends, sensitivity means how easily it senses or how small changes it senses. If it changes, if it is capable of measuring the very small values of EMF or very small changes in the EMF, then it is very sensitive. If it is not capable of measuring small changes, very small changes, then it is least sensitive. So sensitivity of the potentiometer is number one, how smaller values of the EMF it could find out. Number two, if larger deflection is shown by the galvanometer for a small change in EMF. अगर EMF में हल्का सा चेंज कर दूं, अभी ये 40 पे था, मैं हल्का सा चेंज कर दिया 10 मिली को 10.1 मिली वोल्ट कर दिया और यहाँ पे ये लार्ज लेंथ चेंज बता दे, यहाँ से यहाँ चला जाए इमीडिएटली. That means shows large change in the balance length for very small change in the EMF of the cell. Then such instrument, such potentiometer will be said to be more sensitive. So sensitivity depends upon potential gradient. It depends upon potential gradient, that means phi, which is V upon L. So it depends upon phi. Smaller the phi, जितना phi कम होगा उतनी सेंसिटिविटी ज्यादा होगी. जितना पोटेंशियल ग्रेडियंट कम होगा उतनी ही सेंसिटिविटी ज्यादा होगी. स्मॉलर द phi और पोटेंशियल ग्रेडियंट लार्जर विल बी द सेंसिटिविटी. तो phi को कम कैसे कर सकते हैं? phi की वैल्यू i कैसे थी? v इज इक्वल टू आई आर, v इज इक्वल टू आई रो l अपॉन a, v इज इक्वल टू आई रो अपॉन a l, v इज इक्वल टू phi l. सो एक तो ये हो गया phi इज इक्वल टू v अपॉन l, एक तो ये यहां से. दैट मींस इफ आई वांट टू डिक्रीज phi आई हैव टू इंक्रीज लेंथ. So length of the potentiometer will decide the sensitivity. Larger be the length, more be the greater be the sensitivity of the device or potentiometer. So increasing the length we can increase the sensitivity. Second thing, by decreasing the current, current जितना कम हो जाएगा potential gradient उतना ही बढ़ जाएगा. तो by decreasing the उतना ही कम हो जाएगा. By decreasing the current we can increase the sensitivity. अब करंट को कैसे डिक्रीज करेंगे? अब अगर हम लोग लेट्स से ये A और ये B है, ये हमारा सेल है, ये V पोटेंशियल दे रहा है और मैं चाहता हूं पोटेंशियल उतना रहे लेकिन करंट कम हो जाए, तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? रास्ते में रेजिस्टेंस लगाना पड़ेगा, वेरिएबल रेजिस्टेंस टू डिसाइड द वैल्यू ऑफ द करंट. तो जैसे से करंट कम करना है रेजिस्टेंस बढ़ाता जाऊं, जैसे से करंट बढ़ाना है रेजिस्टेंस कम करता जाऊं. सच वर्क इज डन विद a device known as a rheostat. So using a rheostat in the circuit I can decrease the current, and if decrease the current the sensitivity will increase. So the sensitivity of the potentiometer depends upon the potential gradient. Least be the potential gradient, greater be the sensitivity, and the potential gradient can be decreased by two ways. Number one, by increasing L, length of the wire of the potentiometer, or by decreasing current with the help of the rheostat. So dear friends, this was all about the potentiometer, and with this our third chapter also ends. Try to solve numerical problems related to these topics, and if face any difficulty please reply in the comment section. Thank you friends.